I want to continue to give thanks to everybody who's been supporting the channel, commenting, subscribing. It's been growing and grown in ways that I don't think it was possible before. I actually think 1K before year's end is absolutely possible. And it's all thanks to the Pokemon video that I did, plus a follow-up. And then I did a video speaking about 10 alternative Pokemon games you might find enjoyable. As I work on the Cassette Beats video to get out soon, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about TemTem because I finally finished it. I had about 136 hours prior to, so I felt very comfortable talking about the game because I really did burn out. And honestly, I don't know if sunken cost fallacy is the correct term to use here, but I bought the game with my own money and I played it for so long, I just felt this weird, compelling need to just finish the main campaign at the very least. And I have done so as of right now. So I got to the last archipelago. I was on the 5th one, around the end of the kind of conflict on the 5th island, if you will, with the dojo master or whatever the case may be. Now, mind you, I had to do a lot of refreshing of my memory because I couldn't remember too many characters and too many plot threads that well with the Bel Soto. I know I hated Max, and one thing I want to give TemTem is it gave you a rival that you could really hate, and I never liked this guy. I hate him, and even after he like came back from the dead or whatever, I like that the game still gave me dialogue options to continue to show that I don't like bro. I continue to show a lot of hostility and animosity towards Max. But here's the thing about TemTem that I really wanted to say, because maybe this is a weird thing, but I wanted to mention it. I don't hate it. I just think that because maybe I'm not a person who really plays MMORPGs, I'm not particularly a super online community guy. I mostly play like single player games and indie games where I'm just kind of by myself. And if I'm playing a multiplayer game, I'm probably with my real friends. We're probably playing TMNT, Shredder's Revenge, some River City Girls 2. Maybe we're playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, some other beat 'em up, Streets of Rage 4. Like, usually if I'm doing multiplayer, I'm actually with people, a Mario Party, if you will. And the game just felt like it was bloated and bogged down by all of these like microtransactions, these different type of currencies to buy a bunch of stuff for like online PvP and things. And with the game kind of dying out and not having too many people online, there isn't even really much incentive to do that, to the point I was at this like sacred lake where I went to like each little altar with every type of TemTem, I think 12 types, only for me to unlock some online raid feature that I really didn't care about, especially since I was trying to speed through the game. I thought I was gonna like unlock something different and something cooler, and to my disappointment, it was just some type of layer I didn't really want to do. The story of fighting the Bel Soto clan and the Arc Tamers, it's fine, it's serviceable. I mostly take pleasure in the fact that the game doesn't necessarily treat you like a 10-year-old monster tamer prodigy. You're talented, you're good, but you seem to be at a like teenage age here, and like there's a couple of like cussing and certain things that just make the game feel a bit more mature. I still think aesthetically it looks really good. I think Neo Ito looks really dope with a kind of like traditional Japanese aesthetic, but mixed with like a futuristic vibe. I thought that was a good blend. Like, I like a lot of the archipelagos. They look good. The character models are fine for the most part. I still like a lot of the TemTem. I think the battling in this game is really good. I forgot about the exhaust thing, where like if you use a move that actually uses more mana or energy that you have left, you'll take damage and then they can't go the next turn. You can also spend a turn to just rest early if you want. And there was a lot of items that I forgot that I had given to some of my TemTem to hold that really helped me like get through it. Credit to the game. I do think it's one of those games that even if you don't fight every single trainer, you will probably be in the like high 80s by the end of the game. My whole party was level 100 by the time I was finished, and I didn't like grind or anything. That all being said, I still think Crema should try one more time. I know right now they're making TemTem Swarm. There's nothing about that interests me. I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm not interested. I'm not going to play it. If they could make a streamlined single player experience where there's not 500,000 tamers a bunch of online features that I don't care about. Again, I can't speak for other people, and maybe when the game was at its peak online, all of these things made sense, but I don't care for season passes. Like, none of that moves me. I don't care. I'm not interested. I think if you tried again, you removed all that online fluff and bloat, you kind of streamline the experience, make some new characters, make a new world, whatever. I don't know, reuse the same. Don't use the same one. Don't do that. Make a new world or something. I think a TemTem 2 could be pretty good. Now, I'm not holding my breath. I'm not sitting here clamoring and about to start like a campaign for it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the point I'm trying to make is, if they made a second attempt and really tried to do that and took some of the ideas that I've mentioned, again, trimming the fat, just kind of keeping it like maybe you go town to town, archipelago to archipelago, island to island, planet to planet, whatever the hell makes sense for the sequel, and you removed a lot of the nonsense, I think there's a really good game in there. So if they ever did something like that and try to TemTem 2, I would slide. I would try. I would come through and I would play it. Because even though the next thing I'm actually going to go finish now is Monster Crown, because that I only played for about 10 hours. And I actually played the demo for Monster Crown Sin Eater, the sequel, which is looking, feeling, and just presenting itself as a much better sequel. I think that game is going to be really good. I know sometimes when you mess up the first time with the game, whether it's like it gets patched to the high heavens way after, or the first entry didn't do well, you kind of lose the goodwill of people who would have given it a chance. The only other game that I can think of where I'm like, if they made it even today, you would get me to give it a fair chance, even though I think you made a lot of mistakes with it, is PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I like that game. I thought the game was really fun. I think there was missteps. I think there was a lot of characters and certain things that should have been in there, but I know how licensing issues can get complicated. I actually like that game. And if Sony today was like, we're trying it again, we're running it back, you would get a fair chance from me. I don't think most people would give it a fair chance, especially since now I feel a lot of platform fighters are falling flat on their ass. If you're not like a Rivals of Aether, Combo Devils looks really interesting. I'm looking out for it, but I have no idea when it's going to come out. I'm basically saying I would give TemTem 2 that chance. I'd give it a second chance. I don't know that other people would, especially after most people feeling like it failed the first time, but I'm just here to say that I finished it. It's alright. It's not as bad as I remember, I guess. I think maybe I just burned out just trying to play it nonstop every day with my friend Vince anytime we could, but it's not at the top of my Monster Tamer list, but I still have this sneaking suspicion it's got a lot of potential, and that potential was just simply squandered because of whatever Kremlin was doing. I heard they had a lot of issues with the community where there's back and forth and things people really wanted, like more TemTems and maybe more endgame content, and like the team didn't seem to agree. Not entirely sure. Don't feel like looking it all up. It's supposed to be a quick little recording, so I'm going to wrap it up here. But yeah, the game's alright, man, but I would still probably suggest other Monster Tamers over it. But again, if you like MMORPGs and you think, yo, I do want to have 600 battles before I reach the end game and the final boss or whatever, yo, give it a shot. I think it goes on sale pretty often, but I might do another one for these if I finish Monster Crown like sooner rather than later. But if not, just stay tuned. I am still working on the Cassette Beast video. It's a big one. It's a doozy. It's just me. I'm a one-man army. It's going to take me a little time, so just be patient. But I am trying to make it as perfect as can be, and I absolutely think that video will be worth the wait. Since we've been talking a lot of Monster Tamer creature collection stuff, I said, you know what? Makes perfect sense for this video to come out too, even though I'm kind of just yapping. Anywho, I'm out. Stay safe, y'all.